Residents in Scenery Park in East London are set to meet again this afternoon as they continue to process the deaths of 21 teenagers in a tavern in the early hours of Sunday morning. Malungelo Booi is our reporter on the story, joining us now. Malu, let's talk more about this meeting that we're waiting to take place this afternoon. What exactly are people hoping it will achieve?
Well, Tembi, this is one of the several meetings, in fact, that has been taking place in this community following the Sunday incident. Yesterday, there were meetings, and some of the meetings that were held yesterday, in fact, led to a protest at a local police station. So this afternoon, residents will meet again to chant a way forward. What is it that they must do in relation to this particular facility, Tembi? One of the things that came out strongly yesterday, especially amongst young people, was that this facility should in fact be satellite and it should never open again. And of course, residents making it clear that they have in the past complained about how problematic this facility has been for them. In fact, we've heard stories, Tembi, about how patrons in this facility would be dancing through the early hours of the morning, with residents here not having any time to sleep. In fact, one of the residents that I spoke to earlier on told me, Tembi, that on Fridays they would pray that over the weekend it rains so that nothing happens here at this facility. I was talking to one of the neighbors of this facility, Tembi, telling me about how she repeatedly tried to call police shortly after this incident so that they can respond to what was happening there, with no luck. Let's take a listen.
10 times the police station, he phoned, he said, 10 times, on the phone, and 25 past 2 phone. I banned my phone here to the police station. Sasa, I pick up my person and go phone to the phone 10 times. Athi wona ifone ibingasebenzi anama for 3 days, no how many days, but uzichaze ezi days zakhe ba ifone ase police station ingasebenzi. Abantwana mina ndibona abantwana abathe natya apha epassage njengoba ndingumelwane wapha, abantwana abathe natya epassage kwabe kukho abanye abahleli apha kumeyadini. Into yenzeka ke mandinqosa abantwana bakuthele into nitsibela kwam, bayathi abantwana batsibela kwam, buzokuthela nitsibela kwam nophula igate yam. Andiyaba kwenzeka nto, bathi abantwana asiyaba kwenzeka ntoni na. So sibaleka phanga phakathi abantwana bathe natya pha. Ndathi hayi ke ngoku lena into ke ba ke shem ke bekuqhele uba khona abantu basingabi na stress so what's going on, but ndaqoba hayi ke le into ngoku seyifanele amapolisa, ayisafanelanga mntu uba sibagxotha abantwana.
Tembi, that's Umamunolita detailing how she tried to call in fact, she called the police 10 times with no luck, and while children who were actually inside that facility jumping into her yard as they were fleeing what was happening inside. At the moment, Tembekele, it's not clear what is the cause of death, as the police are saying that the investigation into this particular incident is still underway. Tembi?
And Malungelo, in the meantime, there was a process to identify the remaining bodies at the local mortuary. Do we know if that process has been complete? And when do we expect something more substantial by way of actual confirmation from the authorities about what they've found from their investigation?
Well, Tembi, we know that out of the 21 people that died, we know that all the 20 have already been identified by their families, and there was only one who had not been identified, and authorities were in fact appealing to the members of the public to come forward really to go and identify that youngster. One of the things, Tembekile, that we're told would make it difficult for people to be able to identify some of their loved ones is that these children came from various communities around East London. Some came as far as Mdantsane to come and have fun at this establishment, and that then tells you how popular this facility was. Well, authorities have not actually given a time time frame, Tembi, as to when exactly are we likely to know how far their investigation is on this particular matter, and what was the cause of death for those who died, and what caused really that incident on Sunday morning? But what is clear here, Tembi, is that a lot of community members in this particular community want answers as to how and why young children, young as 13, were allowed into that facility.
Malungelo Booi, thank you very much for your reporting from East London.